All right. Going live here. I'm going to get something to drink. It's hot. So we're going to do a live. We just did the Mug Clubs live. If you don't know what the Mug Club is, you ought to check it out. It's where you join the Mug Club. You get a coffee mug, $79 a year. You get exclusive behind-the-scene content, member-only live streams. I always do them. They can ask questions, and you'll be part of a supportive community. So if you're interested, go to michaeljsteen.com, and up in the corner is store. Click on that, and the front page will take you right to it. So if you're new to the live streams, I'm Captain Mike. I'm out doing what we call the Florida Mini Loop. I started in Charlotte Harbor about 2 weeks ago, came down to the Keys Marathon. Now I'm coming back up the east side. I'm in Fort Lauderdale now. Let me switch over here. Hey, Jeffrey, what's happening? I will have done 500 miles more of the Great Loop, which that's going to bring me to 2,000 miles. I'll have completed. Only have about 4,000 to do. And I hope next year I complete the rest of it. That's what my plan is. I'll start back up in Chesapeake because I started in Tampa, went down across the lake, and went to Chesapeake. My boat broke, put it on the hard, got sick, sold it because I thought I was dying. And then when the good Lord healed me, I got the fever again, bought this boat, remodeled it, and now I'm back on it. So I did what's called the mini loop because in my video series, I don't have going around Florida, the tip. So now I will have that. Today, I'll do a quick show you what we did as far as the miles. And I'm going to switch over to my map right quick. All right. So for those that have been following, I started right down here this morning in Miami in what they call a Marine Stadium, which is this area here is a big body of water. You see all the little boats in there. It was a nice anchorage other than the dueling radios back and forth. That's crazy. You'll see the video. But this morning I worked out. I did a little cut through here. Came by, got video of all the big ships. You're going to see that. I turned north into the ICW or Intracoastal Waterway and started working my way north. Up through here, a little windy on this first part. It's windy. Kept coming, got up here, Haulover Inlet. I passed that. And actually, right here at Haulover Inlet, for those who've been following, you'll know that I'm having some engine troubles. It cuts off after a couple, 3 hours of running, but it ends up cranking up every time. I was talking with Tony Scott. We might have something else figured out on it. But anyways, it died on me right there. I dropped the anchor, let it set, had lunch. She fired back up, and we kept heading north. You get into this high dollar ritzy areas, and what you will notice is there is no land. It is all houses and condos. This is why I did not do this on the weekend. There would have been so many boats through here. You just don't want to try. I didn't. I'd rather be on the outside, but the winds are up about 15 and the seas are 3 to 4 out there. So here was the neat thing I did today. I went to the public supermarket. It has a dock right here. I'll list it in the video. I got video of it. But put a really nice dock. It doesn't show it here because this is older. But I think this is when they were building it. Pulled up right there. I went in and got me a few things. The only thing is I got twice people came up to me about my dogs. One lady, somebody that worked there, she said, I had the dogs in the cart. And then the lady says, "Sir, you can't have the dogs in the cart." And I said, "Okay." I said, "I'm on a boat trip and I can't leave them on the boat." She says, it's all right, but you just can't have them in the cart. And I said, okay. Took them out of the cart. I didn't walk 30 feet. Some lady comes up to me and says, sir, have I talked to you? Are these service dogs? You can't have dogs. And I said something about the boat. And she said, okay, turn around, walked off. And then I didn't know what else. I quickly got them and got on up out of there. So, but it's nice that Publix is on the water like that. Super nice. So I kept working my way up. Let me look back on here. Hey, what's happening, Tommy? Gary? Yep, pretty good day so far. KB6, yep, been a fun trip so far. That Publix, though, I was just saying how nice that is on the water. So I've worked my way on north, and I got a story to tell you. Let's see. I made it up to Fort Lauderdale Inlet right here. And I thought I was going to stay right here where this boat ramp is. Okay, see this boat ramp? Nice boat ramp, got water, bathrooms over here. All that was nice. But this is only about 70 yards across. And I just imagine boats coming in and out of there, not knowing how late. They probably wouldn't have been much after dark, but there just wasn't a lot of room to anchor. And there was, you don't see it here, but there's signs, there's a ferry that comes in there. And my experience with them ferries is they're pushing a lot of water, and they could have pushed me maybe even across the creek. So I decided to move on, looked on the map, started working my way north. Oh, for those that heard me this morning say I was going to get at that place around that little tip, well, Broward County, it's further down. I got pictures I'll have for the video. Broward County now has mooring balls there. But guess what? They're not opened yet, and you couldn't rent the mooring ball. It was a nice place, docks and everything. So for future reference, they got mooring balls in there. But anyways, so I come out, and this is where you see all the ships, right? When I came out, there was no ship moving, and I'm moving up. And I get up to about right here, and a pilot boat comes up on my right. A pilot boat is what escorts the ships out, and a pilot gets on them and brings them in or whatever. So he's getting real close to me, and I look over at him, and he's pointing. And I look over to see if I could see what he was pointing at, and I couldn't see anything. So I'm like, dang. And then finally he gets up, and he goes to the back door, and he comes out, and he says, move, go west. He's yelling it. There's a ship behind you. And I turn around, and the freaking ship's probably a quarter mile back there. It ain't nowhere near me. And I'm like, I'm out of his way, because by this time, we're halfway of it. And he's going to turn and go out. It was so ridiculous what he was saying that by the time the ship got to anywhere where I was on the other side, passing the sandbar. So I don't know what was up with that pilot. Matter of fact, there was a police boat sitting right there. I almost went over there to it from how dangerous he was acting. And I got it on video, and y'all will see that. But just ridiculous. So anyways, I started working on north with my challenges of this engine shutting down. This is a little nerve-wracking, because if you lose power in here, you're right up on these houses. You notice there's nothing. And it's pretty deep out here in the center to drop an anchor. It's running like a lot of times 30, 40 feet. That's a lot. That's a lot of depth. So anyways, long story short, I just kept working north past all this. And I found a boat ramp right here. And I said, well, I'll go in there, walk the puppy dogs, and maybe I'll stay here. And it was a super nice ramp, as you can see, but they have signs all along here that say maximum 30-minute docking, $250 fine, strictly enforced. So I was like, I sure ain't going to stay right there over my 30 minutes. I'm getting out of there. So I started looking at the map, and I saw where I'm at now. Here is a park. Y'all see this beach? I thought, well, that's pretty nice. might have to walk the puppies there or whatever. Won't be a lot of people. That was my main thing. Is if you anchor right here, you got people on all sides of you. Matter of fact, let me just show you what I'm talking about. Though that is the park. I'll make sure y'all can see this. I ain't talking to myself like I was yesterday. Let me move this for a second. But if you look, it's solid houses all the way around. The only place there's not houses is right here where I'm at. And they start right there. And they're solid. Man, if you break down, you're going to be up on somebody's dock and there ain't no telling what will happen. So, in long story short, I'm going to be happy to getting up out of here. By tomorrow, we go back to my map. By tomorrow, I should clear easily all this stuff like this. That's when you start getting right up here to Palm Beach area, you noticed how the river widens out. You got a lot more room to move if something happens, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger. To West Palm is good. Should pass the President's Place, Mar-a-Lago there. I see videos always being shot from here. I bet you can't stop right there. I don't know. But anyways, you notice there's a few islands and places to drop the anchor that are not back in here. You just don't have any place. Then you got Peanut Island. I know, Tommy, you stayed there. I'll probably, if nothing else, I'll stop for a little bit, get out. I want to check a couple things outside the boat, so I'm get in the water, let the dogs walk on the beach here, let them run, play. So I will do that. And then probably most likely that'll give the boat a break from whatever this problem is. And then I'll probably start working north again. But if you notice, from West Palm to Jupiter Inlet, it's only about, I think it's like 10 miles. Let me see. It's not far at all. Oh, something's wrong there. I thought that was only like 10 miles. Oh, that's why. That's why. So I've only got about 40 miles left, the best I can tell. This is where I'm at right here. My total is about 67, something like that. So if I do 30 miles, I think I mismeasured that earlier from what I had in my head. But if I do about 30 miles a day, I'm going to easily get up there by Thursday afternoon. I'll have Thursday afternoon and Friday because the winds, I'm going to check tonight, are supposed to be settled down, and I want to go on the outside and fish this reef out here. So we'll see how that works. Yeah, Tommy, that sandbar, I remember seeing yours. I'm trying to remember if we stopped. I don't think we did when I was on Good Times heading north going to Fort Pierce. I feel like we went out there because we were in where we are now, and I feel like we went back out and then came in Fort Pierce Inlet, best I can recall. Yes, sir. It's sitting there on the back. I've not had to use it. You can see it back there. I've not had to use it. Praise the Lord. Um, it's been a good trip. I mean, challenging. I got to say a few things, but I just about got everything figured out. What is done is I know everything now I need to do for next year's loop, and I'll be in good shape. By next year, I won't need a kicker. I'll be able to take that off. That's extra weight that I won't need because I'll have those electric motors on here. they'll serve to get me out of the waterway or whatever, in a pinch, or at least I suspect. So I'll be able to get that kicker off there. And the other thing is definitely the electric trim tabs. I plan to have them on here fairly quick when I get back. I'm gonna order them. Got to order a Dolphin. You'll see the setup a buddy of mine showed me, and that's definitely what I want to do. So when I get back, that's gonna be number one to do. And this boat here, I've passed him 3 or 4 times. Kid was driving earlier. I guess he's a little boat captain and had the kid. That kid's already knows how to drive that boat. Got him washing it down. But anyways, that's I'm north of Miami. I am glad you like the lives. I appreciate it. Tommy from Happy Hours is the one told me I need to get back to him. He said that was some of my best stuff. So anyways, I'm way past Miami. I'm now north of Fort Lauderdale. So I'm getting kind of out of the craziness. It's beautiful. It's inspiring. All the money down here, seeing all these big boats. I wish I wasn't having the engine troubles. It's causing me to be a little more tense than what I need to be. And the reason is you're not in safe places to throw the anchor down. You pretty much everything I've been in, and tomorrow's first few miles is going to be, if your anchor goes out, you're right up on somebody's house. And the boats that are moving, if you happen to, here's the danger, I should say, of it. If you happen to be near in an area that's they can run up on speed, you could be in a mess, because they'll blow by you and these channels aren't very wide, and that can push you over against the wall and you have no control. So I'm going to take my time and pace it out. And I've got contingencies if stuff happens. But so far, so good. But it'd be nice to have those electric motors on, and then I'll safely move out and get to where I want to be. But hopefully this boat traffic, you see how rocky it gets, because I'm right on the end. I'm right on the line of the channel. I am out of it, but I'm right at it. So hopefully we won't have any big boats. I'm not worried about that, because the bridges, I think it says, stop opening at 6. So any boats that are going ain't going to get under these bridges. So nothing big is going to blow past me. The biggest thing I'm going to have is the water taxis. For sure, Georgian Bay, I will be that way next year. I mean, God willing, y'all thought, I thought I was already, and I got sick and about died. But yes, I'm quite sure I'll be up there next summer. I'll put in May and start working up. I should have the boat totally, everything worked out, have it just the way I want it. So I feel good about next season and being up there in the northern waters. And I want to get it done. My goal is to complete the loop next year. Once I turn south, I get into Tennessee Tom, Mississippi. I say the Mississippi, but you don't normally run the Mississippi. You run a river called the Tennessee Tombigbee Waterway, but most people don't know that. So I just say Mississippi, because most people know what that means. Once I get in there, if this baby will get up on plane, I'll be cruising on, because I'll be ready to get south and cross my way back in Tampa. And that'll be a huge milestone to have completed 6,000 miles plus. Actually, it'll be for me 6,500, because I'll have done the mini loop as well. So guys, with that, if you don't have anything at Jim, I'm getting along good. Finishing up today. Got a spot here I think I'm going to stay anchored at. I'm going to move. There's a boat behind me. As soon as they move, I'm going to move over about 20 feet. And I'm pretty sure this is where I'll be the rest of the night. Be right on ready to get up in the morning, get on up out of here. So let's see. Thank you, New England. Yeah, yeah. There'll be more of that. Trust me. So I've got a new line of seasoning, and I hadn't caught any good fish. That's why I'm trying to get up here to fish, so I can do some catch and cooks. I got a good times line of seasoning. I haven't rolled it out yet because I ain't been able to make the videos. But y'all pray I catch me some big fish, and then by the weekend I'll have shot some of my first videos about that. Um, Better believe it. I'm a strong believer. Strong believer. Yes. Yeah, I did, bro. It was good. You know what? You know what? If you move in the morning 2.5, 3 hours, then you take a break, get lunch, whatever, and then you move on again, and then maybe move a little bit in the evening, like I've done a couple times. You can cover some miles, and it's not too hard. It's not too hard on you. But yeah, I do jump in the water. We were just talking a while ago. Matter of fact, there's a bunch of people in the water just right here beside me. See that? And I might even get in this, but I'll definitely, when I get up to Peanut Island, I'm gonna jump in there. I'll have some video. But yeah, I've been in a few times. This guy, if you don't get on my anchor, ooh, that'd be a mess. Um, I'll get into because I want to check. I got a through haul that's letting some water in. I got a temporary fix on it, but I want to put some silicone in there. So check the bottom of the boat. I like to do it. So when we get up to Peanut Island, I'm gonna do that. Once the tide comes in, the water will clean up real good in there, and yeah, I'll get her done. So yeah, it's complete. You can see the bottom. I don't. Let me see if you can see it. I'll show you. The sun is down, so it's, oh yeah, yeah. You can see the bottom. Pretty much all the way up here. You can. Kind of hard, but you can see it. Let's see if I get back here where the sunshine is. Oh yeah, you can see it. Got my Jenny. I put it on the back deck. So that's so loud. You can see that the this is the setup I have running the computer. I have my tablet going here during the day, back up to the Garmin GPS. But yeah, oh, that's his over there, freaking me out. All right, guys, gals, I'm gonna finish up here. Been a long day. I want to get over, and that guy just come right up on top of me. He won't be here long, probably. But okay, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll go live in the morning when I get underway. And there's a bend up there. Y'all see it? Y'all see that bend up there? I don't know what's around that bend, but I know it's gonna be a good time.